YouTube. This is Alex. Today we're playing the BattleTech Backer beta. I'm going to be playing the War Skirmish, which is 25 million C-bills. I will be using this is the Heavy Fire Lance. I've changed the pilots a little bit because I don't think the default pilots were very good. And I'll be playing against the opponent, Op4, the lovely AI, who will be playing the Heavy Striker Lance. We're going to play the Stacks map. Twilight is the mood. Let's go.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
So I actually haven't played this map before. So we'll take a look at it.
Command interface initiated.
Also, I just want to say really quick that I think this game looks really good so far. Visually, I mean, it looks great. I like how much freedom we have to zoom in and out. You can check out our mechs up close. And I think the mood system that Harebrained Schemes came up with looks really good. You can see, I think I chose, was it sunset? Sunset? Twilight? Something like that. Anyway, you can see our headlights on our mechs are on. It looks really badass. Okay. So let's take a look at the map. This is where our opponent will be spawning, somewhere over here. And I'm guessing the reason they call this map the Stacks is because we have all of these rock formations. It's going to break line of sight, which isn't really ideal for my lance. I chose the Heavy Fire Lance, which is a lot of direct fire. There's a bit of LRM in there, but for the most part it would favor long lines of sight, so all of these line of sight blockers are not going to be great for me. And for them I chose the Heavy Striker Lance, which I didn't really look at too much, but I think is more of a in your face, shoot you in the butt kind of lance. So let's get into it.
Reporting.
The strategy I think I'll be going for is well, there's a lot of forest here, so we want to stay in cover wherever possible. We're going to want the Vindicator to pop up here somewhere, maybe over here, and he'll provide line of sight and also do some sniping.
Receiving you.
So let's get everybody moved in
I'm
and
here.
see what happens.
Copy that, Commander. Move order confirmed.
Thinking this area here will probably be where we meet up with our opponent. It's a bit of a valley in between these rocks here. Line of sight might be a bit tricky for us here, so I may actually want to play this kind of defensively and hang back, wait for them to come to us. So I'll move the Hunchback in. He's one of our closer range guys, so we want him in a bit closer.
I'm receiving you.
And the Jaeger mech in here.
How might I help?
Yes, Commander.
And the Awesome will hang back here in the forest. And then Vindicator can't land on this small rock formation, but he can jump up here. So
Firing jump jet.
we'll have him land up there. Oh,
Well,
and
what do we have here?
yeah, so there's our contacts. There's a light mech flanking into our left.
You have orders?
It would be nice to jump Paradise over here maybe and start taking some pot shots on that light mech, although he's going to be by himself and the other mechs won't really be able to support him super well, so it's a bit risky, but I think we gotta do it.
Going skyward.
Now I didn't see a line of sight marker there, and yeah, okay. So that was a mistake. I think I caught eyes on a Jenner there, but anyway, he's already moved, so we don't have to worry about this mech again for a little while. We'll just brace the Vindicator up here.
Standing by.
Kraken is in our Hunchback. I think we're going to try to isolate this light mech maybe. If we could just section him off and use these line of sight blockers to our advantage rather than trying to engage him just within range of other mechs, maybe we can isolate him and take him out quickly. Okay, so we've got another mech back there. This is a medium. Again, we'll brace. Oh, right, Kraken is our sensor locker, so probably I should have sensor locked that light mech there.
Yes, Commander.
Mistakes are being made, but that's okay. I
Roger.
still feel okay about this plan. I think using range to our advantage and trying to section off enemies is probably the best way to do this.
Standing by.
And we'll have Apex come over here with the awesome.
On the move.
Right, so the Jenner's coming in. He's gonna blast the Vindicator. He's got a lot of medium lasers, but he only fired one for some reason, so I'm alright with that. Let's have Kraken. Okay, so here's where things start to get interesting in this game. We have a choice here. Kraken in the Hunchback has a lot of medium lasers. His chance to hit is about 45 from here. We could fire everything and hope that we get some lucky hits, or we could sensor lock the Jenner and wipe out 2 of its evasive charges. If we fire everything, we only take off 1. So in this case, I think it's actually better to fire everything. It's not a great chance to hit, but if we do, we might punch through something. Jenners are not super armored, and that's a lot of 45, so let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we're gonna fire.
Aye, aye.
Alright. We've crit 3, or sorry, not crit, but we've cut through the armor on 3 components there. The left arm, left torso, right torso, so it's really nice. A little bit of indirect LRM fire, that's fine.
How might I help?
And now this is actually really tempting. So now we could fire the medium laser and the small laser at the Jenner, or we could use Death from Above. Paradise has the Angel of Death ability, so he can jump farther, but he can also deal less damage to himself to his legs when he does Death from Above. His melee damage is 55, and Death from Above gives him 2 attacks. So this might actually be a really good way to hurt the Jenner a lot. Hopefully not take too much damage ourselves, and who knows, we might knock it down, and then our heavier mechs can come in and clean him up. So let's try that.
Going skyward.
And that takes out the right torso, the right arm. Small laser's gonna miss, but that's okay. And yes, the Jenner will lose evasive, so that's what we wanted. So the Vindicator
under
just took
heavy
a pretty
fire.
big salvo. Hunchback is gonna get fired on too by the looks of it. Yeah, so that's not great. However, I think the damage we've done to the Jenner
Standing by.
made it worth it to take that trade. The Jaeger mech can move up. This is not considered forest. This is. If we move to here, really good chances to hit. That would probably wipe out the Jenner right there. Yeah, so we'll stay in cover. Hopefully this will block some line of sight to this guy over here as well. And let's try to wipe that Jenner out. Do we need to fire everything? It seems like overkill. I think we could probably do without the AC-5s. Yeah, I think this is probably enough. Actually, let's do it the opposite way. Let's fire the AC-5s. We've got a little more ammo for the AC-5s anyway. And they're a shorter range round, whereas the AC-2s are longer range. We're going to try to keep the enemy at arm's length later on, so yeah. We'll conserve our AC-2 ammunition and we'll fire the AC-5s. Let it rip.
Affirmative.
Yeah, okay. Again, that was probably overkill. We might have been able to do it, just the medium
That's
lasers.
a kill.
But that's a confirmed kill, and that's what we want. Alright, let's see what he does. Just moving around a bit. Now our
Awaiting
awesome...
orders.
Again, we'd like to stay in cover where possible. Got another mech down there. This is a heavy, and this is a medium. I think our next priority will be taking out the heavy. So we'll shuffle the awesome over this way. We won't be in cover here, but we're going to need to get further left anyway if we want to have clear line of sight. This big formation here is blocking us right now, so yeah, we'll shuffle left.
Moving out.
More coffee. Embrace. Mediums coming in. Fires an LRM-5.
Damage minimal.
Okay,
Reporting.
now we're back to our mediums. We'll be able to get line of sight using Paradise if we want. We could also sensor lock. That's a far jump. We could jump all the way over here, get cover, and also get evasion. This kind of feels like we're getting a little too close. Probably closer than we want to be. But on the other hand, if we jump up here, then we're opening ourselves to direct fire from that medium, and we don't really want that. Where else can we go? We could go here. That's a bit less evasion, but then we're also a little further away. This feels safer because then we can't be hit by a melee attack. If we jump here, I'm worried that heavy is just going to come over and punch the Vindicator in the face, so... This one is actually 3 evasion charges, this one's 2. Our odds from here. Can't actually see our odds to hit this guy. I guess that's because he's just a sensor blip at the moment, so... Yeah, I think we'll take this one. The evasive charges are useful, so let's try that.
like we
draw.
have guests.
He is set up for a bit of a close-range brawler build. He's got LRM-10s, but mostly medium lasers and SRMs, which are scary, so yeah, we do want to keep him away, definitely. Our LRMs are only 30% chance to hit. But it might not be a bad idea to fire them anyway. This is a decent amount of ammo for an LRM-5. We're not going to run out anytime soon, and we might as well try to do some stability damage and maybe take some extra ammo. So let's try it.
Locking on target.
PPC hits, that's really nice. The medium laser missed, and we did get some hits with the
Receiving
LRM,
you.
so that's alright. Okay, now the Hunchback, aka the can opener. Even though he has obstructed line of sight, that's actually pretty great chances to hit there, so he won't be in cover. He might take a lot of return fire. He will have 2 evasive charges, so that's okay. I think we have to do this. I think we really want to open this quick draw up as soon as possible. So we'll shuffle the Hunchback over here. And fire, well, not the small laser. Almost an alpha. Whatever. A lot of good hits there. And a head hit, which is nice. Pilot engine. So. Some return fire from the quick draw there on the Hunchback. He actually didn't fire the SRMs or the LRMs, which is interesting.
Waiting for orders.
And yeah, I feel okay about that. That was not as bad as I was fearing. So here's the issue. The Jaeger mech does not have line of sight. We may have to sprint him. Sorry, her Wildfire. Sprint in order to bring her into play next round. Let's see, it's not looking like she'll be able to do much if we don't, so let's sprint her into cover.
Affirmative.
Again, we're trying to section off the mechs. We want to only engage one at a time if we can. If we can stay out of line of sight of this assault mech while we deal with the heavy, that would be great. Although, it's kind of looking like maybe we'll have line of sight soon to the assault.
Commander.
Hopefully by that point, we'll have our own assault in play. The awesome has kind of been less than awesome, let's say that. Hasn't really contributed to the fight yet, but it's sort of, I guess that's sort of the nature of this map. There's lots of line of sight blockers, and like I mentioned earlier, our Lance does not really do well with lots of line of sight blockers. We're mostly set up for long range, so.
On my way.
I think that makes it fair though. The AI in this build is not great. As you can see, they're sort of allowing me to cut off single mechs at a time, which I don't think a smart player would let you do, but we've got a bit of a handicap because of the map, so maybe it'll balance out a bit. I probably should have sprinted the awesome there, but it looks like he should, or rather she should, have line of sight pretty soon. Almost looks like she should have it now. This is one of the reasons why I like how close we can get. This makes figuring out line of sight a little easier. And yeah, you can actually see from the quick draw's perspective that no, the awesome is pretty well hidden by that rock. So that's cool. So we'll just brace. Let's see what happens. Medium's moving in. He's gonna flank around our right side, and it's Kintaro. Kintaro can see the awesome. And the
I'm gonna
Kintaro
need a
has a
medic.
lot of SRMs. Gets a head hit on her, awesome. That's not great.
Yes, Commander.
But I think we're about to really open up on the quick draw here,
Ready for
so
orders.
could be worse.
Awaiting orders. Standing by.
Yeah. If we move our hunchback in, he won't have cover. So I'm
Yes,
kind of
Commander.
thinking it would be nice to move the... Excuse me, move the Vindicator over to jump him over here. Take a shot on the quick draw and then allow the hunchback to take that bit of cover that the Vindicator's standing in now. So that's what we're gonna do. Again, he's getting a little close for comfort. Quick draw's pretty handy in close range, but we'll do it anyway. Drop the LRM so we don't overheat, and fire. Okay, so the PPC and the laser both hit the leg. It's not bad.
Receiving you.
Strip the armor off completely. And we're getting overheat. Really good chances to hit here though, so... Do we throw on the extra medium laser and take a little structure damage? After that, we're going to take a salvo of return fire from the quick draw. I'm thinking he's going to throw it on the hunchback. So it may not be the best idea to hurt ourselves, but I also want this guy to die. So we'll cut one medium laser so we don't take a ton of overheats, but yeah, let's go with this.
Firing.
Okay, so we put a decent amount of damage into that leg, and we crit the laser. It's going to take a little heat damage. And the quick draw comes in. Oh, it's going to punch me. I hope they fix this later, but or maybe they fixed it already, but I didn't see the damage number there. I'm not really sure how much damage the quick draw just did to me. It made me unsteady.
Commander?
It's probably a good chunk of damage though. Anyway. Now he's going to take a salvo of return fire. Our AC5s and our AC2s are not great chances to hit because we're too close, so maybe we can back up a bit. Move forward, possibly. This makes me a little nervous because then the Kintaro can come around and backshot our Jaeger mech, but on the other hand, those are really good chances to hit, and it would be great to take this quick draw down, so I think I'm going to do this. We can just barely get him into our front arc, so...
10-4.
And that will bring our chances to hit up to 80. With these weapons, we really don't want to be missing with anything. It would be great to just wipe this guy out, so let's do it.
Roger that.
Alright.
Critical hit, Commander.
So we took out a jump jet, we took out a LRM, took off the left arm. I'm alright with that. Their assault mech is lagging behind. So Victor, he's gonna fire on the hunchback as well. Okay.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Oh, and actually knock our hunchback down. So
Damn it.
Kraken is in
Wounded.
trouble. But at this point he's almost done his
Standing
job.
by.
He's opened up the quick draw quite a bit for us, and I think the rest of the boys can handle the job. If we don't move and just attack, low chances to hit. We're too close with our PPC. This is a good spot though, so we can move here, get cover. Again, we might be risking our back arc to the Kintaro, but the chances to hit are just so good, and yeah,
Move
we
order
don't want to miss
confirmed.
with the PPC, so let's do this. And this might be a kill on the quick draw. Probably all 3 PPCs is overkill, but who knows, we might hit something else rather than the center torso or the right torso, so let's do it. Fire everything.
Target locked.
Alright, we didn't take him out, so yeah. And yeah, as predicted, the Kintaro wrapped around. Nice juicy shot on the back of the Jaeger.
I'm taking internal damage.
And actually opened us up on our rear torso.
Reporting.
But again, I think that's okay.
Awaiting orders.
Famous last words, right? I think that's okay. Now I would like to start engaging the Kintaro over here. I think once we stand our hunchback up, he can probably wipe out this quick draw. I'd like to be able to fire the PPC. So where can we go? This isn't a bad spot here. It'll allow us to fire the PPC. If the, I think this was a Victor. If the Victor comes around, he'll probably be able to backshot us though, so it's not great. We could also use Paradise to DFA this quick draw here, probably take him out, and then let our hunchback stand up and go deal with the Kintaro along with the help of our heavies, so I think we might do that. Let's go from this side. The rear armor is all still pretty much perfect. Yeah, I think it is perfect. So we'll go from this side, the left side. He's already had his left torso destroyed, so we'll be most likely to either hit the leg or the center torso. So let's try that.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, that's a kill.
Commander.
Get Kraken to stand up. He's running really hot. And he's actually taken
I'm up. Let's go.
quite a bit of damage there, but it's alright. A hunchback, I don't want to say it's a
Position
tanky mech
confirmed.
because it is just a medium, but I feel like a hunchback is a good candidate for taking some damage. Don't want to overheat here though, so let's drop some things. Doesn't look like our heat bar is going down. Let's go with that. Still a lot of shots, even though it's a low chance to hit. I think because, yeah, obstructed, we stood up. Our heat is also decreasing our chance to hit, but this is a lot of 45, so let's try.
I copy.
A lot of misses, one hit. Not great, but it's something.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, Wildfire. Now we will use you to really ruin this Kintaro's day. And that's going to be great shots there. We'll
Copy
get
that.
evasion, we'll get cover. Let's go there. And you can see we're sort of doing a fighting retreat away from this assault mech. Sticking with the plan of isolating. Dividing and conquering, I should say. Okay. I'm good with that. Alright.
All weapons are go.
Some decent hits there. Kintaro's holding up, but here comes the victim. It's probably going to be, yeah, there goes our left arm.
That shot got past my armor.
Oh no, actually didn't take off our left arm.
Awaiting orders.
Cool, okay. We'll pull the awesome back to here. Decent chances with the PPCs. And let's try that.
Roger that.
Nice. So one of those took off all the armor on the right arm. He's actually going to pull the Kintaro back.
Yes, Commander.
Interesting. Okay. Do we death from above again? I think we have to do this. DFA is just so good in this game, and yeah, he's an angel of death, so take him out of line of sight of the Victor. Probably do good damage. He's only got a medium laser in his right arm, so it's not the biggest deal if we destroy that, but then we might be going through 2 internals. The damage transfer will take it in, so might be able to take out an SRM and the ammo. Let's try his right side. Can we do his right side? Yeah. Let's try that.
Going skyward.
Okay, we didn't
Ready
take
for
off the
orders.
arm. That's alright. I saw it. Can get line of sight.
Roger.
It's tempting to fire everything on this guy and really just open him up, but we've been playing a little fast and loose with the heat on this Hunchback. I feel like we should give Kraken a break, so we won't overheat ourselves this time. Shave off 2 medium lasers, 1 small laser. Actually, nah, that'll put us over. Just the middle. Okay, do this.
Engaging with target.
Some decent hits.
Standing by.
Wildfire is able to get line of sight, so
Order
bring her
acknowledged.
over. Fire it all. Nice. Okay, so we crit the SRM-6 and the medium laser, and we destroyed the left torso. Those SRMs are pretty scary, so it's nice to take those out.
I'm hit. Oh, I'm
Poor
hit.
Hunchback. Fortunately, the autocannon missed, so... Kraken took another
Light damage.
injury.
Holding
I think
firm.
that's his second injury, yeah. But I think next round we'll be able to pull him out of the fight. He'll wrap around this way,
Yes, Commander.
and then we can let some of our fresher units start taking some hits. The Awesome I don't think has been even touched yet, so that's great. We can use him to tank some of the fire from the Victor.
Commander.
If I go here,
Aye, aye.
don't want to select wildfire. I want to move here. What are my chances? 75. Okay, so if I do this, I can use multi-target. And Apex has breaching shot, which ignores cover and guarded. I guess neither of them are in cover or guarded. I thought it did something with evasion, but no, it's just cover and guarded. Rather than dividing our fire, I think it would be better to just try to put this guy down. So even though this is going to overheat the Awesome hasn't taken any damage yet. I think that's okay. Let's shoot it off.
Copy that.
Yeah. Okay, that was overkill.
My mech's heating up.
But we took that, was that Kintaro? Yeah, we took the Kintaro down. So
Standing by.
that's what we wanted. Alright, now the Hunchback. He's running super hot. And he's pretty weak. I'm just gonna wrap him around here. He might be able to come in and get a back shot on the Victor here. We'll give Kraken a break.
Reporting.
Do I dare a death from above again? No. We're not going to do that. But we might jump. Jump here? Here? Yeah, let's jump here.
Going skyward.
Fire the PPC. It's going to overheat us. Drop the medium laser. So we're running really hot. This is going to do some structure damage. Our legs are injured already, so I guess it won't do enough damage to destroy either of our legs, so I think this is okay. Again, same as last turn. Yeah, okay, nice. A little bit of structure damage, that's fine.
I'm
Fire.
receiving you.
And at this point, it's pretty much all over but the crying.
Coordinates received.
That Victor's pretty fresh, but there's 4 of us, and 3 of us have higher initiative. Yeah, higher initiative than him. So means we get to do 3 turns in a row that he can't respond to. We'll drop one of those medium lasers so we don't overheat.
Acknowledged.
Open up. Some good shots. The Victor's still got quite a bit of ammo on the front. And does he get a death from above him? Yes. Okay, so whoa, and he actually destroyed the right arm on the
Can't
Jaeger.
take much more of that.
So not a bad move actually by him. That took out an AC5 and an AC2. And made Wildfire unstable. Almost knocked her down, so also her torso's opened up where her AC5 ammo is, so
Standing by.
could have been bad. It was bad, but it could have been worse, I should say. So move the Awesome over here. That'll shut us down. We don't want to shut down. We do want to fire 2 PPCs though. A little bit of heat damage is okay. Nice, and we actually knocked down the Victor. Injure the pilot.
Awaiting orders. I'm here.
Alright, Kraken. The plan was initially to wrap him around here, but at this point it's fine to just bring him
On
back.
my way.
He got a turn to cool down, so now he can fire everything. We'll get a called shot since he's knocked down. This is probably... Well, I don't want to say this is gonna kill the Victor, because it probably won't, but it take off one of its legs. Both the legs are open, so I think using our called shots on the legs might be a good idea. And yeah, fire everything.
I copy.
That's gotta destroy that leg. Yeah, okay. So the left leg's gone. We crit a medium laser. His center torso is open as well, so...
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, death from above again. Let's do it from this side, I think. Can we do it from this side? No, we can only do it from here. I was gonna say if we could swing around here, then maybe we could take off his right leg, kill him that way. But no, it's fine. We'll do it this way. Our legs are both damaged, but
As
should
you
be
wish.
DFA is badass. It's a good way to finish him. Okay, so it didn't kill him, but it did take off his left arm.
Yes, Commander.
We could melee with the Jägermech. Kind of seems like a waste though. We've got these AC5, well, one AC5, one AC2. Yeah, I think we'll do this. A couple medium lasers as well. And take out the leg.
Taking the shot.
I think that's it.
Objective
Ooh.
complete.
Alright.
Mission successful.
That could have gone better, but it could have gone worse too. We didn't lose any mechs. Let's take a look. So... the Vindicator didn't lose any components. It was down to 12 structure and 20 on the legs. Our Hunchback got opened up, 28 on the left torso, which was a bunch of heat sinks. That would have pretty much been the end of the shooting for the Hunchback if that had gone, so it's good that that didn't get destroyed. It's down to 9 structure on the right arm, which is just a medium laser. Not the biggest deal if we lose that, but then the damage starts transferring in, and that's where most of our medium lasers are kept, so it's good. Good that we didn't lose that arm. We did lose the arm on the Jaeger. Lost an AC2 and an AC5. And only 5 structure left on our right torso, which is where our AC5 ammo was. That could have been really bad if that had been destroyed. It would have probably blown up the ammo, and then we're in trouble. And there was quite a bit of ammo left too, so if you didn't know, the amount of ammo you have in a component will it determines how much damage it'll do to you when the ammo explodes. And yeah, there was a lot of ammo in there, so that would have been a big explosion. Also, yeah, the right torso rear was open, and so was the center. Yeah, that was close. The Jägermech probably could have gone up in flames if we were a little less lucky. And then the Awesome was basically fine. Enemies. So we killed the Jenner by coring it. Pretty much destroyed its entire right half here, but the kill was the core. Only the medium lasers and the jump jets remain. Kintaro, we cored it as well. Destroyed its left arm. It had an SRM-6 and a medium laser left over. The quick draw, also cored. Medium lasers. Everything else, I think, was destroyed. Yeah, just had a couple medium lasers left when we killed it. And then the Victor, of course, we took off the legs, so it still had its AC-20, still had an SRM. Yeah, so still a pretty big threat. The Vindicator could have done some work if we hadn't managed to take out its legs there. The AC-20 was in the arm. The arm was totally fine. Yeah, not even damaged. Just a little bit of structure damage by the looks of it, which might be from heat. So, yeah, not a bad game. In a way, I'm just thinking of this skirmish mode as practice for the campaign, because in the campaign you pay for structure damage, so all of this would have cost us money. You also have to replace any components that are destroyed, so this wouldn't have been a bad round, really. We only lost an AC-2 and an AC-5. And yeah, there would have been an AC-20 available for salvage because we didn't destroy it. Destroyed a lot of other stuff, though. Okay, anyway, I'm rambling. That's the end of the game. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.